That's- Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. Today is May 23, 2025, and I am here with my friends Juicy and Nihan. Would you like to introduce yourselves, please, Juicy?
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Yusi. I am originally from Mexico, but living in Vancouver area. I am a certified Access Bars practitioner facilitator. And yeah, I've been in Access for 3 years and enjoying so much the learning the tools and here learning about the body. Very excited about these conversations. Thank you, Betty. I'll pass it on to Nihan.
Yay, thank you.
Hello. My name is Nihan. I am an Access Bars facilitator and an Access Energetic Facelift facilitator living in Canada, Vancouver, BC, originally from Turkey. And I look forward to having Betty over here for a 3-day body class. And I'm very excited about this conversation because my body's been asking for more attention, asking for me to listen to it more in my creations. So I might have some
Mm.
questions.
Yay, thank you very much. I'm really also excited to be in Vancouver soon for a 3-day body class. This is one of my very favorite classes because the first thing that I tried from Access 10 years ago was a bar session, and I just slept. That's what I thought. So I was like, okay, so then what? So for 1 year and a half, I didn't do anything. My husband took the class, the bars class, then he took foundation and blah blah blah. And he was like, come on, let's go to a class. And I was like, no, thank you very much. I'm going to sleep. So no, no, thank you. It was so crazy. I resisted. And then 1 year and a half later, we went to a small, I'm going to say small, body class with just one body process. This body process was something about traditions. It is not anymore in the manual, so I don't really remember the exact name. But this body process, what it is for, is like eliminate everything that is like a tradition or, that energy. So when I took that class, it was, oh my God, it blew my mind. I got out of there and I was like, who am I? What I'm doing here? Questioning everything in my life. So that's when I fall in love with the body processes, really. And then I said, I'm going to study this and I'm going to give these classes. And I did. I really enjoy giving these classes to see the change in the bodies and, of course, the awareness that people start to have with their bodies. The first Zoom that we were talking about honoring your body, not judging, respect your body as it is, and just look in the mirror and see really what your body is, not the idea of this reality or, like the beauty judgments that people have about bodies, right? So today we're going to talk about the second element of intimacy, and that is trust. Trust your body. Oh my God, it's so crazy that we grow up or we grew up learning how to not trust your body. Listen to the doctor, listen to the nutritionist, listen to your parents, listen to everybody except your body, right? So when it comes about trusting your body, maybe some people are like, okay, so, but what is trusting my body? I mean, what is the what is that energy? Because I have not seen that, not with my near people or my family or my friends. I, of course, not in television or anywhere else, right? Maybe just some crazy people that does, energetic tools, that use energetic tools, and they might talk about you have a body, you have to respect your body, what about trusting your body, but not, in this reality. So your body has its own awareness. It knows what contributes to it and what doesn't. The issue is that we often doesn't don't listen to our bodies. That's what we learn, when the babies are born in these days, they separate them from the mother. But in the past, or maybe in little villages, um, babies were born, and then what they did is that they start eating from their mother. The very first thing a baby was doing was learning about the world through his or her body. And now they take the baby away. So they start giving the message to the baby like, okay, you have to separate from your body. You don't have to listen or to be aware with your body. You don't have to learn about the world with your body. And then that baby starts growing up and maybe start taking everything, the food, start playing with the food and with his body or her body, just playing and knowing about the food and experience it, maybe having pleasure. Oh my God. And everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, but and buckle, 100, church, boys, poets, bases, creations, and beyonds. So the mother says, please don't do that. Don't use your body to feel, to have pleasure, to eat, because that is not okay. You're going to, look bad, right? So that's another message for that baby to separate from her or his body. And of course, not trusting his body, because the body has this amazing awareness about everything, really. The thing is that trusting your body in this reality is not okay. And actually trusting your body is like trusting your best friend. She might be crazy, and maybe sometimes she does things that you look like, oh my God, what is that? And when you might not understand what she's doing, if you always have her back, you will trust her. And we don't do that with our bodies. So I learned about this a lot with an experience that I had like 2 or 3 years ago when, well, maybe more than 3 years, maybe 4 years. I went to the doctor and the doctor said that I had to have a hysterectomy. And then I was like, nope, I have all these amazing energetic tools. We have homeopathics, we have whatever, acupuncture, many, many tools. So I'm going to try all of that. And then maybe I will come back to you and we'll see about the surgery. So I was resisting, and my body was not okay. It was with a lot of symptoms. It was not comfortable for me. But I went and did a lot of different things. And please, I'm not saying that it is not okay to try different things. I'm just saying that in that situation, I was stubborn and I didn't even ask my body about it. So after 2 years, I said, well, okay, I might have to ask my body. So I asked my body, do you really want this surgery? And it was like, yes, of course, please. And I was like really amazed about that. And then I realized that, I had a lot of points of view about it. So I wasn't really receiving from my body the information that my body was giving to me. And when I really just destroy and uncreate all those points of views, like took away all that huge barrier that I had about it. And then I just asked my body, like with no point of view, my body was like, yes, please go do it. And I did it. And you know what? It was amazing, really. So that experience for me was really life-changing in terms of really remember to trust my body. Body knows. You see, do you have a question?
Oh, sorry, I unmute. Yes, I love this story. I wonder, Betty, if you can tell us more about. I think that sometimes we put a lot of our head when we're trying to communicate with our body. So, for example, can you give us some, like how, when you say that your body tell you, yes, let's do it, like how, and I know this is very different for every people, like for everybody, this shows up in a different way. But for us people that we're starting the communication with our body, how can we start like listening to those signs? Sometimes I think very linearly we wanted to hear yes, or like we want to hear a loud yes, or something that for us will be like that, but I don't think it's that way. So how can you speak more about that, especially for us starting to have that connection with our bodies?
Thank you for the question. Of course, maybe it's because we are used to words, and talking or communicating in a special way or in the way that this reality has shown us to communicate. But really, the bodies sometimes is just a sensation. It might be like your whole body is stressed out from a situation. I mean, you might go to a place, and as soon as you get in that place, your body is just like, ugh, you know, every muscle is stressed. And sometimes you're like, oh, well, maybe I was just driving and I am tired, but we don't really ask a question. And the first thing that I really got from these body process classes, the one that I told you, the one body process class, the first time I heard in my life, you are not your body. You are an infinite being and you have a body. And this body allows you to enjoy everything in this world. So it was like, really, I'm not my body. So I started like, like being a little bit confused about it. But then when I really realized I was not my body, I really started to look at it in a different way, you know? Like, okay, if I am not my body, if I am an infinite being, then the infinite being and the body are allies to creating this reality. So why should I fight my body? Why should I have to judge it, to abuse it, to treat it really bad? If it is the way that I can enjoy everything in this reality, the clothes, the eating, and everything. So the first thing for me was just having that awareness first, and then start to be present with my body. For example, if I ate something with dairy, maybe milk or something like that, I had, uncomforted, I was uncomfortable in my stomach. Okay, so I started noticing that. Before that, I didn't even notice when something was not good for my body because I was just eating, just going like a robot without asking, without being present. So, what about doing the exercise of really being present with your body? And we can do it right now if you want to. We can do a little exercise. Would you like that? Yeah? Okay. So why don't you close your eyes and please touch your body in a way that you like it. It doesn't matter. Just be sure to touch your body because we don't even touch our body many times. So if you just touch your body, close your eyes, say hi to your sweet body. We don't even say hi to our bodies. And please lower all your barriers, all the barriers that you have from this lifetime and from other lifetimes, space realities, all the barriers of everything that you have learned about your body. Drop them all more. And please bring your attention to any part of your body that feels tense or off or weird. And just in your mind or out loud, it doesn't matter. Just said, body, what are you trying to tell me with this? Don't try to go to your mind. Don't try to say, oh, of course, because I didn't drink water. No. Don't go there, please. Just touch your body. Body, what are you trying to tell me with this? And just be there. Like if you were asking this question to another one, would you start talking or just listen to it? And just allow maybe an image, a word, a sensation to show up and just receive it with no point of view, not trying to control it. Everywhere we are, no, all the bases and structures that we are using to control our bodies, to make them like robots. Would you destroy and not create it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, but poco, 100 choice, voice, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds. And maybe it doesn't make sense in your mind. The word, the image, the sensation, it doesn't matter. Trusting your body isn't about fear, isn't about thinking. It is about following its knowing, even if it doesn't make sense, any sense. Okay, so you can open your eyes now. And please say thank you to your sweet body because all that information. So someone would like to share, how was it for you?
I got an awareness. If anyone like gonna wonder, is it okay if I go?
Yeah, go.
I didn't see any. Yeah. Yeah, it was very interesting because I've just been really stressed like overall this week for the work and all the things I had to do. And when I started focusing in that stress that I've been feeling in the body, it was just, it is not really a word. It's not really, you see the letters. I didn't really see an image, but it's a knowing in my head that say, you are not alone with this. It's like you have, I felt it like exactly like you described it earlier, like you have a partner with this. And it was really beautiful because I'm putting it into words, but it's not exactly how it came. It's just a knowing. I know what that means, and it's difficult. Like it's difficult to explain, but yes, that was really nice. That was wonderful.
I love it. I love it. It's your body has your back. And that's amazing, right?
Yes, yes, it felt exactly that was the message. I have your back. Yes, yeah, beautiful. Thank
Amazing,
you.
beautiful. Thank you very much. Nihan, would you like to share with us?
Yeah. Well, first thing my body showed me was I haven't had enough water today.
Mhm.
So I just took a sip and wow, this is a really vulnerable one, but I'll go share it anyways. My body's asking for creating from relaxation and no longer creating that. Oof. It's beautiful. Like now that I'm acknowledging it publicly, my body's just washed over with this sense of gratitude.
Wow.
That like, oh my gosh, she's not only listening, but she's also talking about it. Like, no more of that creating stress and constriction in my body to make me take action on things and try to like push to create. I've done a lot of that in my life and I've changed it and I got back to it and now my body's like, okay, enough. Like,
Yeah.
let's really explore this different way. And I know for me, body processes are a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the first time that I started doing body processes, I started not just noticing changes in my body, but also starting to have that awareness about my body for the first time, maybe in many lifetimes, I don't know really, but it felt so like, oh my God, like an aha moment for me. And the body processes, what I see is that they allowed you to lower all the barriers that we have learned from this reality and from other people, and just start to be there with our bodies. And it's very interesting that you live in this amazing place with all that trees, Nihan. How how amazing that your body has created this space of relaxation, just to be there and enjoy that and show you what is the energy of relaxation, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So, part of me moving to Canada 15 years ago was I didn't have the tools at the time,
Mhm.
but this part of the world, I come from Turkey where it's a little different. And my body was asking for the space, the sense of space it had here. And
Mhm.
over the years, it's been more and more like, okay, let's bring my nervous system and my body more in sync with the forest, with the ocean, with the space.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm so grateful for the access tools. And it's funny you mentioned that. So I have committed to receiving body processes every week, at least once a week this year.
Yes.
And because I've been so focused, I love getting my bars on all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I've been so focused on all the verbal tools, all the clearings, which has been amazing. And then I hit this point
Mhm.
maybe last year where I realized, yes, great, but everything I'm clearing is locked also into my body. That like creating from stress, you need to work really hard, you need to prove your. Like, I grew up with a lot of that, and now the magic of the body process is when those reactions start dissolving. I don't even have to do hours of clearing on things. It's gone. Like I receive a session, I wake up differently. I don't know what it created. And one of the two body processes that my body is recently asking so much of is one of them is about dissolving everywhere we mimicked our families, our
Mhm.
cultures, ways of doing things.
Yes. Yeah.
That one. And then the other one is all of my reactions everywhere I try to save people, wherever I go to react. So maybe somebody has something going on and let's say they throw judgment at me, like me taking that really personally. And
Mhm.
as I receive those body processes, there's just more room to actually have awareness and not jump into that.
Yeah.
Hence,
The
yes.
craziness of this reality. Mhm.
So I do wonder, until this conversation, I did not connect having intimacy with your body and body processes. Surprise. So so
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear like what else is possible. And for those listening to us now and in the future who haven't tried access body processes, if there's any information we can give them of how this actually works.
Yeah, of course. And it's thank you very much for saying that and for bringing up the energy of the body processes, because there are more than 60 body processes with so many different energies. And sometimes bodies are like, oh my God, I want this. And body take that like, for maybe months and then change another body process or another energy different, right? And this past days, I was giving, yesterday, I finished a 3-day body class in Mexico City. And we had this little amazing, beautiful dog called Laika. She's so amazing. She was in all the body processes, getting in there like, oh, I want this. And I love how animals enjoy all these energies and they trust so much in their bodies. They know what they can do, they know what they are not going to do, they know what they enjoy. They don't have like these all feelings, emotions, and thoughts about everything. They just like, this feels amazing. I'm going to stay here. And you have that experience with animals, right, Nihan?
I do, yes, thank you. And animals have been facilitating me a lot, like showing me, hey, lady, we know you're peaceful, but there's a deeper level of relaxation. And now I'm going to show you. I take care of this cat every now and then, and he can cuddle for hours. I've never seen a cat do that, but he just like goes deeper and deeper, and he won't let me go. And over the months, like he's been really showing me and teaching me, and then we activate the body processes with him, and it's just so beautiful. I have a question, and I am also wondering if we have any questions or comments from the Spanish Zoom as well. They're welcome to, of course, show up and ask. um, this I wonder if it's only me, but anybody else here also grew up learning to push against that knowing that our body has. I grew up thinking if something felt really harsh and hard and constricted in my body, that must be valuable and I should follow that. And the last 10 years has been, especially since learning the light and heavy tool from Access, actually shifting that, saying, oh, my body actually shows me what's light for me. It creates greater, it's true for me. And I find the body processes are an actual embodiment of it, because then I'm actually able to tell more what's lighter, what's heavier, what's is there any awareness and a tool you would give people, maybe the light heavy tool, and then how that can.
Yeah, and also on that note, in the beauty industry and all around the world, like the message for everybody is like, abuse your body. If you want to look beautiful, we have a saying in Spanish. It's like, you say, antes muerta que sencilla. So it's like,
First dead than oh, I lost the word,
like
but
ugly or like simple, I have to look amazing.
yes,
That's the
I
energy.
Can you repeat that both in Spanish and English again, please?
Antes muerta que sencilla. So can you do it in English, you see?
so I don't have the translation, but it means like I prefer to be dead before being a simple, like a simple person. So yes, so it's a lot of chart around how many times we do and overdo to fit, to be, to not look simple, to be accepted, to be and do beyond and above what we really want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a lot of sayings, I mean, around the world and in the beauty industry that are pushing people, to have that energy of abuse, of rejecting, of judgment of our bodies. And there's always like a image, maybe in the 70s, it was like more chubby ladies. They were beautiful, right? And then it changed and it was like very skinny ones. So if you don't have that kind of body, you have to judge your body. That's the message that we receive all the time. And really, bodies are so amazing the way they are and the way they function. And I get back to animals because animals really do know many things about all this. This cat that you say that just cuddles with you, of course he cuddles with you because he knows that you have all these energies that he wants. And he's like, which one I'm going to take now, Because your body has all this information. You already took a 3D body class, you already took some body processes. So your body already has that information now. And that is amazing. You know, all the bodies, not only animals, but all the bodies that require that energy or that energies will somehow, even if people doesn't know cognitively, they will take that energy because they require that. So what an amazing thing is to have all these body processes, not just for us, but also for showing all the bodies around the world that this is possible, that the change can be kind, that bodies really have to have kind energies. And that is a possibility for everybody. And they don't know. I mean, not cognitively. And it doesn't matter if they only perceive the energy and the body is there for that energy, they know, you know?
Absolutely. And I'll be honest, before body access body processes, everybody was saying, it's an energetic thing. And I thought, you know what? I've done all different modalities. I probably don't need that. And then somebody gifted me a body process one day. And I said, wow, there's nothing that matched this. And then each body process being different. So let's let everyone know that when you receive a body process, when you take an access body process class, be it 3 days or 1 day, what Betty's mentioning is that so you can obviously you do become a practitioner, so you can run those processes on people, animals, the land, but also you don't even have to. If somebody's willing to receive and if they're in your presence, like you said, Betty, those energies will turn on because now those energies are part of your molecular memory,
Yeah.
cellular memory. And I often find, so one of the processes that we learn in the 3D body class, which is also its own class, is the Access Energetic Facelift.
Oh, yes.
And I really recognize that energy as a facilitator. I facilitate the facelift class, and sometimes I'm in a piece of land next to an animal, a piece of land where the trees were logged, and that energy turns on and the earth starts receiving. Or if it could be at the grocery store. I go to yoga or work out every day, and when I'm there, so many different body processes get activated because I also ask, like, okay, whatever contribution I can be, whoever is willing to receive, and then those energies get activated and I'm receiving, and the people in the room and the animals who are willing to receive will also receive. So it's really, I've always heard, like, you can be you can walk into a room and change it. I thought I had to do things, and these days I'm experiencing more and more, like we can walk through the world without being an effect of it, but actually start energetically.
Yeah.
Our bodies communicate so much.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just showing that energy to other bodies and to the earth, because the earth is our home, our big body, and really the earth receives from these body processes. So it's life changing, really, not just for us, for a lot of people around us and for the world, for the animals. I know it might sound a little crazy, and yes, we are crazy. At least I am crazy. I am happy crazy to get these energies to the world, to get to more bodies, to show people that kindness is amazing. It's an energy that it is really powerful and that can change so many things just to be there, just the energy, right?
And anyone listening, you are not excluded from this. You may or may not have received body processes. I know when I used to listen to conversations like this and people talk about kindness, body processes, and I used to have a reaction to it. I grew up with a lot of harshness, a lot of abuse to my body, and access tools have been amazing. And until body processes, my body even though I love nature and I receive so much from it, my body didn't quite register that energy of kindness.
Mm.
And whenever people in Access talked about it, like, body processes give you this sense of kindness. To me, there was always a sense of like, yeah, but probably not for me, because look at me, look at how I grew. And now actually perceiving, experiencing that change, that's why I just wanted to let people know, like, you are not excluded from this. In fact, right now on this call, like,
Yeah.
how is everybody's body feeling right now? Like, what are the sensations? Yeah.
Yeah, Morris might be really happy, Oh my
Yeah.
God, we're here finally.
Hey, can I ask you a question about you and how about your body?
Yeah, sure.
When you started receiving body processes, taking the classes, and now you're a facilitator, you've been giving classes all around the world for years, and how has that shifted your own trust with your body? Do you have any examples you can give us that would contribute to those listening?
Yeah, you know what? I have had many different experiences with my body. In those experiences, my body really showed me like trust this is. For example, I had a problem with my ankle. And then I was walking in a place with high heels. And somehow, I don't know how, it just and I listened to it and I was like, immediately, like crazy. And in that moment, I just realized, okay, all the Peace Juniors, everything I'm projecting to my body in this moment, I will destroy and create it all, and everything they people saw about it and projected at me. So I started just facilitating me in that moment, and I just kept walking. I like 5 minutes later, I just realized that my ankle was okay. That's what I needed. And I was like, oh, that was so crazy. Okay, buddy, I will, of course, trust in you more and more and more. So it's more like, for me, it has been more like my body has taken like a little bit of control on it. And it's like, okay, lady, we have to do this. And I'm like, okay. More like I'm getting away, not trying to control my body. So that for me has been life changing and a great gift, in my life in many areas, not only with my body, of course.
Betty, and I guess this comes when we start, and I'm, I think I'm getting this awareness that me trying to sometimes run to there to get there and trying to, body speak to me really loud. I, but please correct me if I'm wrong or add anything else. But I think a good way to start also would be with little things for those that we're not there yet. Like, what would be some little things or some ways we can start um, practicing that trust with the body?
I mean, we have so many little things, really. Like, for example, Nihan enjoys a lot, I know her body enjoys a lot nature, animals, trees, just being out there. And if she really has the awareness of this, she will give more of that to her body, you know, because her body really loves that. Maybe if she weren't aware of this, she might be in an office with no windows, in a computer, whole day, just
Which I used to until my body started screaming at me.
exactly, exactly. So please don't wait until your body start shouting. There are many things bodies enjoys, maybe some kind of fabric, or you see a color and it's like, oh my God, I love it. And everyone says, you look so amazing with that color. And we're like, I don't know if my body likes this. Come on, of course it likes it. It is telling you through other people. But we want sometimes, to look for the very complicated things to make sure that we are listening to our bodies. And really, the thing is, our bodies are talking to us and we are already listening to them. and we are not aware of that, you know?
That's wonderful. Thank you. I see Valentina has the hand up.
See, yes, someone has a question on the chat.
Okay.
Say, what can I ask to not feel the pains other bodies feel? I feel a lot of pain a lot of times. My body transmits when I sleep and I don't rest.
Okay. So what I would suggest you is, first of all, please don't judge your body, because your body is telling you something with that. You know, it's information. Your body has information and has an awareness, and that's what your body is showing you. And the first thing that we do when something like this comes up is like judge our body. Of course, because I am too old now, or maybe because I have more weight, or, because this or that or whatever, we start judging it. And judgments create a barrier that doesn't allow you to have this connection with your body. So please, first of all, don't judge your body. And then why don't you ask your body, what are you trying to tell me with this? Is this mine? Or is it someone else, Or is it something else? And just stay in the questions. When your body is like relaxed, is more like, like light, we say in Access, light. For me, light is something that is fun, you enjoy, you want to do it. It's like, I'm up to it. That's light for me. And your body shows you that. So if your body is showing you that that is not yours, please return it to sender, because our bodies are like these antennas. How do you say, you see? Yeah? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are tuning with all the bodies around the world, not just the ones that are near you. Our bodies are also aware of a war in the other side of the world, or maybe an earthquake in the other side of the world, or maybe something in the space. Really, our bodies are so, so, so aware. And your body is just saying, hey, look this, check this out, Maybe there's a lot of, for example, sometimes I just open the eyes. Dime. Yeah, go ahead.
She's saying that she knows it's
Not
something else and she judged herself because the tools don't work to get out of that from her, and she doesn't enjoy from her body.
okay. So she knows it is not hers.
It is not hers. It's something else. Someone else's? No, something else's.
Something else's, and she has returned it. When it's something else, it might be the earth. Some bodies,
Dice que sí. She says yes, but it comes back.
Okay, so some bodies have a lot of capacities with the earth, are very connected with the earth. And when they are very connected with the earth, they are aware of everything that the earth is living in that moment. Maybe all the abuse, maybe all that contracting energy, so
She's saying they are entities.
she's aware of entities.
She's saying that
That's what
they are. Yeah.
Okay. So does she have any tools, entity tools? Yeah. Okay. So if she knows that there are entities, maybe ask the entities to just make some space for her and then facilitate the entities with the entity tools, you know. And if it's the earth that you are aware of, you want to go 1, 2, 3 to get all that energy to the earth. That way is like nurturing the earth, because the earth requires some energy from you and from your body, and your body is just aware of that, you know. And I mean, it's not something bad, it's just information. The thing is that we make relevant some of that information and we start judging our body. Of course, I have a problem now with this, and body starts just to getting, how do you say, like, como no escuchado.
Not heard.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, like just shut out, you know.
Mm.
She's saying like it's one entity in on particular. Like she's speaking of entities and it sticks to her.
She speaks to them and then
No, the entity sticks to her.
okay,
Like
maybe she has some communities, fealties with this entity, and maybe she wants to look for a session or just destroy and uncreate all the communities, fealties that she has with that entity, so that entity could get out of there, you know. Maybe the body is just sending her the information that that entity wants to go, and she has to do the work just to let it go, and then it might change. Is there another question in Spanish, or that's it? Okay. Does anyone has a question here that would like to ask, or something that you want to share? Come on, Handan.
I'm trying to be quiet, but I can't.
Your body is too loud, lady.
Yeah, but it's like, shut up. You can't. So, you were talking about the earth, and I like 100% connect to the earth, and I receive all the informations. Like before the hurricane, I know it's coming.
Okay.
Earthquake, I know it's coming. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in that moment, like really painful,
Mm-hmm.
like when I ask a question, it's like the function from judgment, because like, oh, what's wrong with me?
Mm-hmm.
What I did wrong,
Yeah.
what I have to do now. And when I received the, oh, is an earthquake, oh, is a hurricane, body release.
Exactly.
So but that time I'm not giving it too much like space, and body shut down,
Mm-hmm.
like lay down and bumping, all the molecules
Mm-hmm.
like jumping.
Okay.
And then I was like, I feel like, okay, I am passing out. I feel like I'm dying. I have no energy to ask another question that moment. What do you suggest?
Okay.
Like, how can I change my point of view about asking a question?
And how many points of view do you have about your body, about that capacities that your body has? How many projections, expectations, judgments, PES Juniors, DJCCs, and refined judgments do you have about your body, about these capacities with your body, and about what your body is showing you? Everything that is, Will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Good and bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Powers, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. How many prismatic prisms of judgments are you using to control your body and not let your body show you what it is capable of? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes.
Bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Powers, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. What about being out of control with your body? It just stresses you so much. Oh my God. Everything
I am so free.
okay, so everything that doesn't allow you to be at least 10% out of control with your body. Will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Okay, right and wrong, good and bad, put on poco 100 Choice Voice, Powers, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. How much have you been refusing that capacities with your body?
A lot. I close my capacities. The like my communication with my body.
Mhm.
Again, like 10 years ago when I was in Turkey, it was like beautiful. I know what to eat. I know what we need to do. Or if I am sick, I am letting my body. I didn't know any access tools. I
Mhm.
didn't know anything about infinite being. But somehow I like closed the door with communication. And I have like body is trying to tell me something, but I'm not receiving.
You're resisting it. Good job. So everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive what your body requires of you, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
I don't wrong, good and bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Poets, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. And how much of your knowing you disconnected when you got to Canada?
No, I'm in United States,
Out in the United States and not in Turkey.
Florida.
So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Poets, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. How much are you perceiving other bodies that they feel they are not at their home? You know, like they don't have the right to be there,
A lot.
like that. Okay, everything that is, will you return it to sender and destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Poets, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. Yes.
Um, I live in Florida, and Florida has like all mostly old. I don't, I don't want to say about old people.
Oh my God. So how much are
I
you
hope
aware
there
of
is
all
right.
old people, you know, that they are just waiting to die? Oh my God. Will you please just be aware of that and return that to sender and destroy and uncreate all that?
Bye bye.
Right and wrong, good and bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Poets, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. And please say to your body, body, you're amazing. Thank you. You're so aware. Thank you. I now see it and I will change it. I have your back. I know you have my back. Everything that doesn't allow you to really receive your body having your back, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, but I'm Poco 100 Choice Voice, Poets, Creations, Bases, and Beyonds. How are you now?
Lighter. Lighter.
Thank you.
I even like I know is like I'm perceiving something, with the capacities.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I was functioning from the judgment, and that's why I would like to ask it. Like I am OCD. I perceive everything. So even it was so interesting. My grandmother passed away, and I didn't know.
Uh-huh.
And previous day, I was like perceiving something,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't open my eyes. But I know it's like mine was like closing down.
Mm-hmm.
And next morning, I wake up, I receive a text. Your grandmother passed away, and I didn't have any communication with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, body, what are you perceiving? So, but again, I went judgment that moment. You know,
Uh-huh.
it's
Okay.
so that's why I want to ask you because I would like to change it. I don't want to judge anymore.
Yeah, and what if it's not wrong, you know? What if you are not as fucked up as you think you are? You know?
Yes.
Maybe, just maybe, you are really aware and you have all this information. So
Yeah.
how could you use all this information in your advantage instead of against you? Everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it all, please?
Yes,
Bad and
please.
wrong, good and bad, but and poco, 100 choice boys, poets, creations, bases, and beyonds.
Whew. One more question can I ask?
Yeah, please.
So I'm living in Florida, and Florida's sun, it's too hot.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't plan to come to Florida, so I have just wondered what my body knows
Mm-hmm.
that bring me here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I still have not received the information yet. What is my job to be here?
Okay.
But again, I am asking my body, hey body, do you like this weather? Like it's like really burning, like really like pushing my energy down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, hey, would you like to be living somewhere else? Show me.
Uh-huh.
Do you like, I like mountains. I like forests.
Okay.
So, but again, the same time, hey, there is a beach, you're watching the sunrise, blah, blah. And then there is like going right and then left, right and left. So, what question can I ask for that part? Like, what capacity do I have with the weather that I don't use it. I use against again what you say.
Okay. How many presumptive realities do you have about that? Yeah, you have to live there and stay there forever. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Good and bad, but unbuckle 100 shorts, boys, powers, creations, bases, and beyonds. You know, bodies know everything. So they might take you to a place to connect with someone or something and then go somewhere else. But we have all these conclusions, you know, that we have to be that or do that or stay there.
Yeah.
What
Like,
if it's just like this moment is there and then follow the energy and you will know where to go, what to do, you know? Maybe not make this so relevant and ask body to have ease with the weather. What do you require, body, to have ease with this? Do you still want to live here or do you want to move? You know, maybe it's not the moment, not right now.
I perceive like it's not that moment yet.
Okay.
You need like something like it will time.
Exactly. So keep asking, is now the moment? You know, and just keep asking your body to have ease with the weather or what it requires from you about the weather, you know.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Then.
Thank you, Nihan.
Okay. Well, thank
I wish I will be in the Canada. I will.
What else is possible so you can come to Betty's class in June? Yay!
What I will. Yes.
What else is possible?
ask your body. It will make it real. It will make it work for sure. Okay. Does anyone has another question, or maybe we are done now?
Thank you so much, Betty, and everyone joining us. I am curious, what's next week element of intimacy? Do we get to know it yet?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
One of my favorites, gratitude.
Okay.
Please come next week.
And do you have a quick home play or a homework for us that we can play with until next week?
Yes, of course. Why don't we go and start being present with our body, like in a really consciousness way, you know? And for example, ask your body tomorrow, what does it want to wear? What clothes does it want to wear? And if your body shows you something like really crazy, on something like you have not used in 6 months, go for it. Go for it. And then you tell me next week what happened with that. Okay? Great.
That is fun.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Thank you, Betty, and thank you, everybody. We'll hope to see you next week. On the next date is the Thursday, if I remember correctly. So, yes. And Hannah, I think you didn't receive the email. We can have a look to send you the information.
Okay, thank you
And
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Betty, we stay a little longer, or do you want to connect in a different?